In this video, we're in Puerto Rico and going out to the Yunke National Forest, the largest rainforest in the U.S., to do a little gold prospecting and some metal detecting for coins and other valuables. We'll be on the Mamayes River, and we'll be finding some coins and some gold on this trip. Beautiful drive, although it's one lane through the jungle area here. And I'm going to take a little hike down to the river. A bunch of people swimming and playing in the water here. I'm hoping to hike a little bit downstream and do a little metal detecting and some gold prospecting. We'll see what we come up with. We're going to work our way down, try to find a spot where we've got a good bend, some boulders, some buildup of gravel, and hopefully a flat or flattening water. And the water does drop quite a bit, but it pools up here. It's definitely a slowing of the water right here, flattening a little bit. And since gold is lazy, it's going to drop out the first chance it gets. We have some nice bedrock here, gravels that are built up on top. And just ahead of this bedrock outcropping are some boulders and some gravel. I think I'll first do some metal detecting here, and then we'll maybe do a little bit of gold panning. Today I'm using my Mine Lab, the Gold Monster 1000. We'll go ahead and turn this on. I'm going to start by setting this to essentially find only gold. It'll beep. I can change it to deeper. It'll also beep, but I'll tend to get more trash and so on here. And right now I'm just looking for any coins or those sorts of things that might have been dropped by somebody. Of course, a nugget would be awesome, but doubtful. We'll leave it in this setting for now. And we'll give it a little ground balance. And just sweep it over. A little bit of a beep there. I'm just going to give it some. And here's a bottle cap as an example. You can see it will initially make a sound, but the bar is going to the left, which is telling me that is not gold. It will beep occasionally because the first time it sees it again in its memory, it's going to beep, and then it'll process. It'll go for the profile that it has stored in its memory, and then it'll stop beeping. And so now it'll ignore that for a bit. So I'm going to go around and look for something, hopefully that makes a little bit of sound for me. Okay. Just to give an example of what it sounds like if this device finds a coin or non-ferrous metal, to include a penny, and this is a golden wheatback penny. I like to leave these in various places where I've been prospecting for someone else to find, so we'll go ahead and toss this on the ground for now, just to see what it sounds like, and then we'll bury it. You see that bar is going far to the right. So if I were hearing that, I would go back and forth, pay attention to the middle of the coil, then I would rotate myself 90 degrees and go back across again. That would help me pinpoint where that object is. As I'm working this area, a little beep here in the water, pretty consistently giving me a non-ferrous reading. Going to turn 90 degrees. think that's worth a dig. We'll give that a dig right down there. Notice it's right on bedrock. Probably a pull tab or something like that, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, so we're going to check this area right in here. Typically what I'll do is I'll lay my metal detector down like this, and that way I can take a little bit of gravel with my hand. I can sweep it across the coil. If I hear nothing, I'll put it over in a pile, leave it there just in case. Give it a sweep, nothing. Nothing. We'll do this a little bit and show you the results when we finally get some sound. Since we're going to work this little spot, and it is right on bedrock, and also the angle of the bedrock almost creates a natural little sluice, I'm going to go ahead and throw the gravel that I checked over the top of my metal detector into my classifier that sits on top of my gold pan, and we'll also pan that out as well. You can see I didn't get much out of there, and already right where I'm digging, if you look closely, you can see there's the prize. There's the prize. So we'll keep that for now. Give this another sweep to see if maybe there's something else hiding in there. And the target is gone. But since we went ahead and dug a little bit of gravel out of here, we might as well pan it. We'll get some more and then give that a quick pan. Okay, took a little bit of gravel out of this little pocket where we found that pull tab. Threw it up in this classifier. We're going to lower that in the water over here and classify it down and pan it. This is what's left after running it through that classifier. Just basically lower that classifier in the water and shake this thing back and forth until the smaller gravels fall through. Now we'll go ahead and pan this out. Okay, we panned this first one down a little bit. Just thought I'd give you a little glimpse here at all the mica just floating out. See how nice and shiny it is. Even right now there's no direct sunlight on it. It's still very shiny. Pan this down a little bit more. You can start to see some black sand appearing. So now I'll slow down a little bit. Take another quick little glimpse here. You can see the black sand appearing more and more. This is about the point where I'll go ahead and turn this pan around to the smooth side. Put some water in here. Shake the whole thing over to the smooth side. I'm going to reclassify the heavier material, of course the gold, black sand toward the bottom. Then we'll keep washing out this tan sand. Give it a little bit of a wash and then vibrate back down. Trying to keep that gold right in that little crescent groove, if there's any gold in there. Okay, we're getting down to that last little bit, and now I'm just basically just pulling the top edge of the black sand off by putting a little bit of water in there. If there's going to be any gold, it'll be right in there. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a little swirl here. See if we spot anything. So far, nothing. And the verdict is nothing. I thought I saw a little speck in here, and sometimes that'll happen. A piece of mica will stick to the bottom of the pan, and it won't move like mica ordinarily moves on the water, and it can seem like you've got a piece of gold there, but if you kind of pop it loose with your finger and then repan it, you'll see that it moves around. So, first pan here on the Mamayes River, and no gold. Moved just a little way down the falls here. Some pretty big outcroppings of bedrock, angled, sort of upstream. And here's just a little pocket here, right against the bend, the inside bend here. It'd be worth giving it a shot. I already ran across here and got myself a signal. I just want to kind of show. See, it's going to the left and it's telling me, yeah, you probably don't need to dig here unless you want to. Also notice with this metal detector, one of the things I don't love about it is if I bump it, sometimes it'll read on either side. There's something right in there. initially. Gives us a little bit of a bump to the right. Okay. I'm going to have to dig it just because it's behaving oddly. And we'll see what it turns out to be. Okay, so this little area here just cleared off the leaves, and it's a big piece of bedrock. And I'm getting some strange signals kind of over the bedrock where I pretty much know there's nothing there, although there is a little groove in there, so I'm going to check that out. But when I move back here, a little bit more of a... Okay, that's a pretty definite sound. So that's telling me right there in that groove there's something in there, and let's give it a look. I don't know, it's hard to believe there's anything in here that's going to give any kind of a read, but I'm going to just scrape it with my fingers, run my fingers across the top, no sound, get in here best I can. Well, no. Okay. It's a very, very small little groove, so I don't know what it could be. Sometimes some minerals will read as if it's a non-ferrous object, and it's actually what they call hot rock. Just a combination of minerals that fools the metal detector. So far nothing. We'll keep giving it a shot. Well, I've cleaned that out as best I can and put some of the gravels and so on there. I'm still getting a reading there, but it seems like it's actually reading a little further back here, so I'm going to check out this little groove next, right here. And just running it across the top of the metal detector. If I get nothing, I toss it into the pan. We'll pan it out later just in case. This could very well just be a big hot area, hot rock area, but just in case there's something stuck in here, we're going to keep digging. Okay, chiseled this little area out right here. Got this little bit here. Going to run it across. And what do we hear? And I can already see right there. That's what we're hearing. Put the rest of it in the pan. But trust your metal detector. See what this is. That's just a Lincoln Memorial penny. Nothing fancy or exciting or expensive, but a little piece of Puerto Rico treasure for me. Okay, so this is where I was digging, and I put the gravel from where I found the penny, and I came over here to pan. It's the last little bit of panning down the black sand. We'll give it a swirl here, and what do we see? No joke. That's no joke. That's for real, huh? Okay, my friends here, come by, take show.
Yeah.
How do you say it in Espanol?
Yeah. You got like
little ones there?
Like a two-piece or little nuggets here, right here.
See?
This is Amciso Carlos. Wow. And look at this.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's another one here.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Free.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Free. Somewhere in here.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
No, that's not the one. But
just that's plenty.
This is a very good size.
Yeah, let me see. I'll put a penny there next to it.
Yeah, you got a penny too.
You can see the size. It's a pretty good size.
Yeah. Monster, right? Yeah, monster.
Yeah, it's a Mine Lab gold monster right there. So that signal I got next to that penny was in fact a gold nugget, and I'm hearing a little more.
I'm going back over there.
There it is, right there.
You got to find there. Where? It's going to be yours, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Somewhere right in there.
Okay. Give me the. You got the.
So right in here is where I found the penny, and then I found that gold nugget in the gravel that I just tossed in my pan. Shows you never throw away. Now here I'm getting, every once in a while, depending on where I swing it, a little something. I'm gonna have to dig it. It's questionable, but since I found that nice little nugget in there, I'm gonna go ahead and dig that out and pan it out. Okay, just pulled out that little piece of rock, and what do we see right here? Right there. That's gold. Yep, that's gold. So we're getting some little pieces in this fractured piece of bedrock.
Bingo.
See if we can pull that out. Oh, just dropped it. No, I'll get it. It's right there. Alright, I was able to suck up that little piece that I knocked loose, but as I'm looking here, I think I might actually see some more right back in the corner there. Looks like a piece. So we're going to clean this whole area out. Okay, took that chunk out, kind of busted it up a little bit just in case there's any minor cracks, and I'm getting some reeds in here again. I would venture to bet there's more gold. Somebody got a little loud there for a second. Yeah, I'd say we probably got another bit of gold in there. So we'll give it a clean out. So I've gone ahead and kind of scooped this out with my hands. And every little scoop I ran my hand across the metal detector. Didn't get any beeps, but sometimes when you've got a little piece and it's in a bunch of other wet matrix in your hands, it won't beep. So I put it all here in the pan and we'll go pan this out now. Okay, so I've got that rock from that crack and I'm just basically getting it all wet now to vibrate the small pieces down toward the bottom. We'll go ahead and pick out a lot of these bigger pieces, give them a good look first. These will get in the way. Since I've already run these through the metal detector, I'm not too concerned, but I'm throwing them in the same spot so that I can run the metal detector over them again when I'm done. Okay, back in here. Go ahead and give this a little bit of a vibration. Alright, got some of the big stuff out. Now I'm just working it ever so carefully across. Yes, and I see already, you can see it there. There's a piece of gold there and a piece of gold there. We're going to spin this thing around. Get all that washed into this crevice so the lighter rocks can more easily wash away. Keeping that gold vibrated right into the corner. Watching that get those big rocks out of the way. Okay, just gonna suck off a little bit of the black sand carefully, watching what's coming out. As soon as I get my first peak of gold, which I'm getting now, I'm gonna stop and then we'll give it a look here. Well, a few pieces in there, some there, not too bad, and a few pieces over here. Go ahead and get these sucked out and then go for what else is in that crevice, because I have a feeling there's more in there. Okay, same spot here, just kind of running the detector through here. It sure seems to think there's something in there. Oh yeah, that's a really nice signal. It is bouncing back to the left though. Sometimes I can tell you that it's not gold, but given what we're finding here, definitely digging this one out. I broke my good little green scooper that I really loved, but I'm going to go ahead and use this one. That way I can run it across here more easily than just with one hand. It's been about an hour and I've been digging away here. Some of my Puerto Rican friends have been helping as well, and we still haven't gotten up underneath where that rock seems to be giving us a signal, but I have been flicking a bunch of stuff out and now I'm getting a signal pretty strongly right there, so it tells me I may have actually found it and popped it out. We'll scoop this up and see. Okay, here's what happened. I dropped my tool in that little crack and it was reading on that, so we'll give that another shot. Rookie mistake. Okay, I'm pretty sure my tools are out of that crevice now, and I'm get a pretty good sign. Again, this is stuff that we were kind of shoveling back, so I'm going to give that a shot. Went ahead and drained some of the water out of this area, so let's see if we get anything here. Right there is where I was getting a signal before I drained the water. Okay, give that a shot in there. Well, my cell phone camera is about ready to run out, but I have dug this out and dug out quite a bit of actually fractured bedrock in this area. And interestingly, if you look closely, you can see there's actually some grooves in between some slices here. And when I run this across here, I think I might have some gold inside that little piece. So we'll pop that open and take a look, and then we'll pan out all the concentrate we pulled out of that area. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try to split this open, see if maybe there's gold inside here. It's going to be too hard to do it with one hand, so I'm going to pause this and come back. So it actually cleaved off pretty easily. This right here is like, I don't know, it's almost like black sand concentrate or something. But as I work on it, it's still getting some signal. That piece, there's another piece. Could just be hot rock because of all the black sand in there. But definitely going to work on that a little bit. Alright, we'll come back to that, maybe take that apart back at the room later. Time to pan out this concentrate. So this is that from that concentrate in that corner, and just getting down to the last little bit here. You're already starting to see some little bit of gold peeking out in the corners there. Look really closely. You can see some right in there. Gonna just a little swirl to get rid of the rocks. A little bit of a swirl. Careful not to wash out the gold. Okay. Okay. And take it. Swirl it around a little bit.
Yeah. You've been blessed today, you know.
Yeah.
Especially with the other ones.
Come on.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Oops. Washed them everywhere, but yeah. Some there. Some there. Some over here.
Here, and maybe some over here too.
Yeah, a little bit.
There.
Yeah, we'll give this another. We'll clean it up better, and then we can take a look at it all again.
But are you going back tonight?
Well, I have cleaned this out, and I've found a few flakes, not bad ones actually, in here, but nothing that is explaining that strong signal, which by the way is still coming from here, so I'm going to keep digging underneath this rock. Last little bit in that hole, actually found a pocket inside the bedrock underneath several layers, and I've been shoveling out as much as I can with my hand little granules of crushed black rock, and I'm just running it through the classifier and just, oh, see something in there, panning it out now. When you get down to that last little bit, as soon as you start to see the gold peek out, and usually in the corners of that crescent, that's the clue to start being extra careful. Don't want to pull out any gold that... Okay. Get the vibration, get it all down right in that little crescent. Oop, I see some poking out there. All right, I think we'll call that good. Oh, nice. Okay, that's pretty decent. Little guy there. My finger in there to give you an idea size. It's not huge, but then there's a few more right here. 1, 2, 3. Well, that's my find for today out here on the Mamayes River in Puerto Rico. That metal detector led me to that basically worthless penny, which below it still had a signal, and we continued to dig. And son of a gun, we found that next little picker there, the big one, and then digging more in that area, found these little flakes and a couple small pickers. So all in all, a pretty good day. Got over gold, put in a little vial, getting ready to hit the road here, but I just wanted to share a little peek of how it shook out today.